Yo, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and today's a video about really fans just wanting to fantasize and speculate about next year's NHL awards. Because today we are taking a look at who is highly regarded as potentially the best defenseman in the NHL to start the 2022-23 NHL season. And according to early Norris Trophy votes, it might surprise you a little bit whose name is at the top. Now, if you've watched this channel and followed closely, it wouldn't be that surprising. But maybe to some of you, might be saying, who? Now, again, a little bit of a hint here to the context. I'm wearing the jersey, and we need to give it a second. The combo here with the beanie and the jersey, and I mean, it looks great. Sharks, shout out to you. You have great jerseys that look phenomenal on me, so give a little pat on the back for that. But with that said, the San Jose Sharks have a defenseman right now that is currently leading the Norris Trophy candidate vote listing. And that is Erik Karlsson. He got 64 votes as potentially the front runner for the Norris Trophy. And it's kind of by a landslide here early on this season. Now, it's kind of interesting because you look at the top point producers in the NHL right now on defense. Top point leaders, defensemen, NHL. I should have had this already for you guys, especially after I'm gloating about how good I look on the screen. I might as well have the stats out. All right, so right now you're looking at the top point producers in the league. Erik Karlsson, at the ripe young age of 32 years old, leads the NHL in points with defense. He's got 30 points this season in 23 games, which is phenomenal. Well over a point per game. He's got 30 points. Adam Fox has 24 points. Rasmus Dahlin, remember that kid from Buffalo? He's got 23 points. He's third in the NHL for points. Cale Makar with 21. Alex Pietrangelo with 21. Josh Morrissey, who is doing really well right now for Winnipeg. Quinn Hughes, each of them have 20 points. Brandon Montour, Mikhail Sergachev, who they spelt it really weird on this website, Quant Hockey. Philip Hronek, Hampus Lindholm, Shea Theodore, Dougie Hamilton. You go down the list, Roman Josi. Kind of incredible to see Erik Karlsson's name at the top of that list. Kind of surprising. But he's got 64 points in terms of Norris Trophy votes. And it's hard to deny that. He's currently toward the top half in terms of on-ice time per game. He's averaging almost 22 minutes of ice time per game for the Sharks through his first 23 contests this season. He also leads in goals and second in assists. I have to fact check that. Quinn Hughes has 20 assists, which leads the NHL in defense, but Erik Karlsson with 19 is right behind. Like I said, Karlsson has 11 goals this season. I mean, that is like, where did this guy come from? But you look at the Norris Trophy tracker, Karlsson with 64 votes, Makar with 43 votes, Dahlin with 33 votes, Hampus Lindholm with 27, and Fox with 27. So Adam Fox is becoming a regular on that listing, as well as Cale Makar. But we're seeing a lot of different names out there, like Lindholm and Dahlin, and of course, Erik Karlsson, who hasn't been there for a couple of years now. So it's kind of nice to see a resurgence on Erik Karlsson. Hopefully he keeps up with that pace and it becomes a really nice feel-good story at the end of the season. And maybe the Sharks somehow make the playoffs. I kid. They're not making the playoffs. And I think ultimately that's kind of going to be a factor here for Karlsson, is if they don't make the playoffs, it's going to be very hard to have him winning as the best defenseman. It's not impossible, but it's going to be a harder argument to make. And especially if teams aren't watching Sharks games on the West Coast, they're not playing well, it might be harder for him to get that vote and potentially win the Norris. But so far, people have been impressed with what he's done so far. And with his point production and what he's done for this team, it's hard to argue against that. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Who do you guys think is the front runner for the best defenseman in the National Hockey League so far this season? Let me know your guys' thoughts. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you again next time.